Man United need to sell these players to buy players. But this could be very dangerous as their own targets like Amrabat could end up being poached by other clubs whilst United are still waiting for funds to be available. And traditionally, if you look at it, Man United always end up selling players last minute to clubs and clubs always pick them up for a bargain price. Man United's selling records for players is absolutely dismal in the last 10 years. Welcome back everybody to the Man United stream. Like always, there's so much to talk about and so little time. We like to keep our shows under 10 minutes so you can get your daily source of Manchester United news without any time being wasted. We also like sifting out all the fake news that surrounds Manchester United. What I've found in recent years, more and more news agencies and random people make up ridiculous rumours about Manchester United, their players, their transfer stories, players linked to Manchester United. We at Manchester United Stream want to help all Man United fans just get the facts. We want you to get the stories that are actually true and are happening. So you'll not be hearing stories like Mbappe coming to Manchester United on this channel if it's not the case. What we do like is providing our viewers with Man United news that is always on point. So let's kick off today's show with Rasmus Hojlund. What happened to the whole unveiling of Rasmus Hojlund by Manchester United? Well, it looks like since his medical, something has happened that Man United and the backroom staff have decided not to announce his signing until later on this week or weekend. I told you earlier this week that the Man United team have all safely returned to the UK after their US tour and are set to play at Old Trafford against the French League team Lens, kicking off at 12:45 UK time on Saturday. There are now reports that Man United will unveil Hojlund like they did with Varane just before this game to the whole Man United crowd. I don't mind this kind of unveiling, but surely, for the whole global social media standpoint of view, Man United announcing Hojlund on social media would have got a lot more traction in the news. What do you think about this? Do you like players walking onto the pitch, or do you like the whole social media fanfare and crazy videos that go with the announcement? I might be a little old school, but I do like the whole walking out onto the pitch. But I also like this whole new announcement video these days. Some of them are actually quite good to watch. Drop your comments below on what you like and why. By the way, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been subscribing to the channel. Seriously, we are so happy with the feedback and the number of subscribers. Literally thousands of subscribers just in a short space of time. The kind messages of support from all of you are amazing. We will continue to provide you with the best content available and carry on spreading positive vibes around Manchester United. Okay, from Hojlund to Amrabat, we've mentioned these two players a lot over the past 2 weeks. One we have got and the other is desperate to join Man United. But from our sources, we are hearing that Man United are not in a position to make a formal offer for Amrabat until they've offloaded some of their big players like Fred, like McTominay, like Van de Beek and quite possibly even Harry Maguire. From what we're hearing, Man United want to sell a lot of players and have been trying to actively sell these players. But the problem is that they're having to wait for clubs to come in and make offers for these players. Most clubs circling Man United for their players are like sharks waiting for the perfect time to strike and get their man. What I mean by that is that most clubs are fully aware that if they come in right now with offers on Manchester United players, Man United will be in a strong position and will reject those offers. However, as they get closer to the end of the transfer window, United will become desperate to sell these players, and that is when these clubs will strike. And it's like a merry-go-round. Man United need to sell these players to buy players. But this could be very dangerous as their own targets like Amrabat could end up being poached by other clubs whilst United are still waiting for funds to be available. And traditionally, if you look at it, Man United always end up selling players last minute to clubs and clubs always pick them up for a bargain price. Man United's selling records for players is absolutely dismal in the last 10 years, and we all have to agree that Man United haven't got a good track record at selling players at the right time, at the right price. I personally would have really liked Man United to complete the deal for Amrabat and get him done before the start of the season, but this looks highly unlikely as time passes by. We are hearing from Amrabat's camp that he only wants United and is not going anywhere else, which is really reassuring given that Man United is struggling to sell their players. United need to get selling their players just in case another prime target like Kane or likewise comes available. They need to be ready to strike and they need to have the funds in place to go. In other rumours, United are also looking for another goalkeeper. Man United have been looking for another goalkeeper and are looking to sign another goalkeeper alongside Onana. They did try and sign the young Japanese goalkeeper earlier in the transfer window, but that failed, and now they are looking for a second goalkeeper, a reserve goalkeeper, but no names have been mentioned. There is also lots of news surrounding Man United, the Glazers and the takeover. I think since United signed Hojlund, no, the signings are imminent and the attention has gone right back onto the Glazers and the sale. In yesterday's show, we discussed the whole takeover at length, and if you really want to know a lot more about the takeover, I suggest you go back and check the video out from yesterday. I'm not going to go over the whole takeover in this show because, as you know, if I start on the Glazers, I find it really difficult to stop myself. I will do another show on the takeover maybe later this week so we can get a full update on the whole thing and see if there's any new news out from the Glazers or any other sources confirming that there's a sale that will take place or not take place. Since yesterday's show, I can confirm that the share price for Manchester United has dropped dramatically, which signals that there is some kind of pause that is going to take place on the sale because the share price has dropped dramatically. However, also yesterday we had conflicting reports from other news sources saying that the sale is still ongoing and both the bidders are still engaged in the process, but I really do not understand where this is coming from. But let's wait and see. For today, let's stick to transfer news only because there's so much to cover. Mason Greenwood. The name provokes two types of reactions from fans. Having seen it being mentioned on social media, some people want him away from the club, never to be seen again, and some people want him starting for Man United in the season opener. Fans have passionate views about this topic and do not hold back when talking about Greenwood. Greenwood was accused of some very serious crimes, but ultimately was not prosecuted for these for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure. There is some talk about evidence not being available or witnesses having withdrawn themselves from the whole case, and this is why it led to no prosecution. But the allegations and evidence provided were that serious that it left many fans upset with Greenwood. No fan is in a position to make the decision about Greenwood's future. We're hearing that there are people on the Manchester United board and management, including the Glazers, who are going to make a final decision on Greenwood. Whatever decision they come out with, it will divide opinion. Feel free to leave your comments on what you think would be the best decision regarding Greenwood. Should we keep him or should we let him go? Finally, hot off the press, I am reading reports that Man United could be looking to make an audacious swoop for Liverpool target Romeo Lavia. Yes, Liverpool have been working on this deal all summer and have had bids rejected by Southampton on Lavia. So Lavia is valued around the same, if not a little bit more than what Amrabat is being valued at, and hence why some people at Manchester United might be looking at Lavia as an alternative proven option as a centre mid rather than Amrabat. This could happen, absolutely. Wilder things have happened in football before, and I'm not going to rule out this signing. There are other clubs also keeping a close eye on Liverpool and the Lavia situation. Arsenal are also lurking around seeing what comes of this. If Liverpool are not able to seal the deal, I can see United or Arsenal coming in for Lavia if the price is right. He is a top CDM, has played in the Premier League and can hit the ground running. But Manchester United, like I said earlier in the show, need to start offloading some players to be able to make these kind of new signings. This is why it's really important for Man United to get the players sold and be ready to move in the transfer market as it gets closer to the end. I've been telling you to expect some fireworks in this transfer window. I just get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. We've already had one of the craziest summer transfer markets in the history of football with the growth of the whole Saudi League, and I just get the feeling something big is ready to happen. Let's just wait and see what happens in the transfer window going forward. I just get this feeling we're going to see some huge players being moved around. There's going to be some huge signings, and I hope Manchester United are involved in those signings. Let's wait and see. We'd love to hear from you fans about your thoughts on the transfers and news about Manchester United, so don't be shy and have your say. Leave your comments below. You're watching the Man United Streamer channel by the fans for the fans. Hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss a beat on all the breaking Manchester United news.